तो आई गेस हम लोग अभी इसके पास्ट में आ गए हैं। ओके
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
ओह भाई बहुत गुस्से में थी। ओह ये जगह ऐसा था यार, अच्छा सुंदर था यार पहले, ऐसा था माउंट है। एक सेकंड, यहाँ पे नदियां थी इतनी बड़ी बड़ी।
Scatter! Skyward! In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better. But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies. Glaring though they may have been, wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wangshu Inn. As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition. One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
ओके यार, मतलब बहुत अच्छा स्टोरी क्रिएट किया है गेंशिन ने। आई होप यहाँ पे कुछ है, कुछ नहीं है। मैं फिर से नीचे गिरा। अरे हाँ यार, मेरे पास तो उड़ने वाली एबिलिटीज है, मैं भी क्या कर रहा हूँ। ये फ्री चेस्ट, तो ये उसके घर के वहाँ हम लोग पहुँच गए। अरे खाली ये लेके मारू ना। ओके कोई बात नहीं। यार कितने कॉन्स्टलेशन है मेरे पास? 3 कॉन्स्टलेशन, इसीलिए मैं 2 बार कूद पाया। चलो प्लंज करते हैं। अरे किसी को लग ही नहीं रहा। यार देख लो गाइस, अगर किसी को पुल करना है तो मैं तो बोलूँगा यार कर लो। तो यार खाली यही कैरेक्टर क्यों दिया है मेरे को खेलने की? कुछ और दे देते, मूवीलेट भी दे देते साथ में, तो 1 सेकंड लगता मेरे को मारने के लिए।
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains. Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making. In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me,
तो इसको सब कुछ पता
not
था।
help but be moved by your joy to see you happy.
ये सब देखिए
That was
सामने से।
more than enough.
तो फिर ये और गुस्सा नहीं रही उसके साथ। ओके, लास्ट पड़ाव पे चलते हैं। ओ, फिर तो मैं सही था, ये क्लाउड रिटेनर ही थी, फिर तो मैं सही था।
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back.
लॉल।
When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring.
यार क्या क्या करना पड़ा यार क्लाउड रिटेनर को यार, पर यार क्लाउड रिटेनर बहुत केयर करती है
It
सबका।
bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuandai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognized the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one. Now all has been revealed.
तो कट सीन नहीं है कुछ?
One owes you an apology, Yuandai.
यार मैं कुछ कट सीन एक्सपेक्ट
One
कर रहा था। नहीं होगा
recognized you
होगा, अभी तक
upon your
खत्म नहीं
very
हुआ।
entrance into Wanmin restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another.
इसीलिए खुद से याद करो।
Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience.
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
अरे यार क्योंकि तुम खुश थी वहाँ पे ना।
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return. 'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged.
Very knowledgeable fact, guys.
One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return.
Thank you.
You and I. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was
हाँ, तो अभी
unable to
इसको
alter its final
फाइनली अपने
destination.
क्रीन फॉर्म में आना होगा।
Even the power of an adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, You were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane.
चलो हम इसको क्रेन बनते हुए
If be
देखेंगे.
fated, she may recover her sentience.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever...
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny, please don't leave, okay? Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay?
अरे पूरा
A growing
परमानेंटली
young
छोड़ के
lady
चली
like
जाएगी.
yourself needs lots of good food to grow
अरे
big and
यार.
strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
यार क्रेन बन के भी तो मतलब ये मिल सकते हैं ना, ये मतलब ऐसा भी तो नहीं पूरा छोड़ के जाना पड़ेगा.
Promise, Granny. Good girl. Good girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsung. Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power.
Okay, so there is hope.
When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I. How's that sound? Good. That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard,
अरे
we're
ट्रैवलर
sure
हो
to
रहा
meet
है क्या?
again someday. I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
Cutscene, come on, cutscene. जिसके लिए हम सब लोग वेट कर रहे हैं. Cutscene, please, come on. ओह बस हो गई चेंज, इतना ही. बस हो गया, उड़ गई और कुछ नहीं है क्या? अरे रे रे.
Xianyun.
अरे एक सेकंड यार, बच्ची तो अकेली पड़ गई यार. अब ये कहाँ जाएगी?
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery.
पर यार बच्ची अब अकेली कहाँ
Now that the
रहेगी?
issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must. One will wake you in due time.
ओ कटसीन. हम लोग क्या खरे खरे रेस्ट ले रहे हैं क्या? अच्छा नहीं, चलो एटलीस्ट ये तो थोड़ी शांत हो गई. वाह कितना अच्छा मौसम है. पर बच्ची अब रहेगी कहाँ? मेरे को उसका ज्यादा चिंता है. चलो सोने के बाद हम लोग उठ गए. अरे ट्रैवलर मिस कर रहा अपनी बहन को. लो ओ लो, ये एक्सपेक्ट नहीं था भाई। ये लोग सपना देख रहे हैं, ये लोग सपना
I
देख रहे
always
हैं।
believed we would see each other again, that our days of separation would finally end, and all my
Oh
troubles
my
would be behind
God.
me.
ये बिल्कुल एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं था गाइस कि इस स्टोरी के अंदर मतलब ये होगा। भाई बहन फिर से वापस मिल गए, सपने में तो सपने में ही सही एटलीस्ट।
If only things could stay this way forever.
यार ये वाला स्टोरी को इसमें यार मतलब बहुत ये एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं था, ये अच्छा था। अरे यार ट्रैवलर भी रो दी। आई वंडर पाइमोन ने क्या देखा होगा।
Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just
You weren't ready to wake up. Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
यार आई स्वेयर यार पूरा स्टोरी क्वेस्ट एक तरफ और पूरा कट सीन एक तरफ।
Grilled chicken drumsticks.
मैं और कुछ मैं इससे ज्यादा और कुछ उम्मीद कर भी नहीं सकता पाइमोन से। इसका मेमोरी इतना खराब है कि भाई इसको खाली खाने के सपने आते हैं। बहुत बढ़िया पाइमोन, वेरी गुड। पाइमोन इज जस्ट लाइक मी, वेरी गुड पाइमोन, टोटली रिलेटेबल। यार पूरा स्टोरी क्वेस्ट एक तरफ, यार पूरा कट सीन एक तरफ। मैं बिल्कुल एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करता कि कट सीन में ये लोग ऐसा मतलब नहीं यार, बहुत बहुत ये वाला स्टोरी क्वेस्ट का कट सीन यार मतलब टॉप नॉच, टॉप लेवल, बहुत 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 अच्छा था।
Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all. Madam Adeptus? Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore.
यार ये वाला डिवाइस ना मेरे को भी चाहिए रात को अच्छे से सोने के लिए, ये बहुत काम आएगा मेरे को।
Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it, but without that mistake, I would have never been born.
इसके साथ रहेगी तो शायद वो मतलब ग्रैनी के क्लोज भी तो रह
Even though
पाएगी।
Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuandai's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
टेक्निकली ये पूरी तरीके से इंसान तो हुई नहीं
Thank
है।
you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
मास्टर
Chuyu, are you sure about this?
यार दिन पर दिन इसके तो मतलब फॉलोअर बढ़ते ही जा
Paimon's
रहे हैं.
gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like Xianyun and violet grass.
Ouch.
If you join them, you'll never enjoy One Min Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly
घास फूस खाना
preposterous.
पड़ेगा.
One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shu Yu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
ओ तो इसीलिए ये वो ल्यूए हार्बर में शिफ्ट होना चाहती है.
Whoa, you're leaving Mount Outsong?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor.
तो अब ये भी जा रही है ल्यूए
Shenhe,
हार्बर.
you and I, they all chose a life among the mortal world. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive. Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea.
हाँ अब तो ये भी इंसानों की तरह रहेगी तो.
One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
वरना भाई सब इसके पीछे पड़ जाएंगे. एडिप्टस प्लीज हेल्प अस. प्लीज 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 प्लीज
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret. So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor.
क्या ये अपनी चीजें बेच रही है रहने के
One
लिए वहाँ
has
पे?
already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspensus somnium mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as
हम
you
लोग को ये
listen to
चीज
its
मिल रहा है.
melodies.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer! Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make it... So, about your move to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it?
I have left an explanatory note in my abode. Those 2 old fossils will discover it, I am sure, should they come seeking my company.
2 old fossil मतलब obviously moon carver और mountain shaper.
Considering their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive this news.
ओके तो 2 दिन बाद मिलते हैं क्लाउड रिटर्नर से.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life.
Lol.
I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Clow! Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares.
Ignoramus.
I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is
अरे
pure
100
folly.
years ऐसे मत बोलो यार, ऐसे तो खुद ही रिवील करती फिरेगी.
Several hundred?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see, passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any
बंदा भाई
further,
यकीन ही
and
नहीं
I
कर
may
रहा है
just decide to
ओरिजिनल.
take them to another buyer.
Whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
Oh, dress change, get up change.
Xianyun! You got a new outfit! Master made it for me. I like it too. Huh? You know how to make clothes?
यार क्लाउड रिटर्न को सब पता है यार, ऑल राउंडर.
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not, I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe
सीख
you can,
जाएगी
not
धीरे
look
धीरे.
yet, Master. Yeah, that'd be great.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child. Now, this expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
Soon. Ah, there he is! Here, allow me to make some introductions.
Oh my god.
This is Mr. Zhang Li, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques.
यार ये स्टोरी क्वेस्ट में लोग कुछ ज्यादा बहुत कुछ इंक्लूड नहीं कर दिए ये वाले स्टोरी क्वेस्ट में.
Mr. Zhang Li, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned
मुंह
earlier.
देखो भाई इन दोनों का. भाई जोंगली सोच रहा होगा, अरे हाँ इसको तो मैं कोई तो वॉर के टाइम पे देखा था.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr.
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
जोंगली को हमेशा बात करना आता है guys. He knows how to talk.
So you two are already acquainted?
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhangli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are foremost in that regard.
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Not at all, Mr. Shangli. Not at all.
क्या नाटक कर रहे हो दोनों formalities में?
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me?
अरे
I mean, you
यार
never
ये
know.
कितना शकी है ये बंदा, पक्का यार पास्ट में ठग चुका है ये बंदा.
A preposterous accusation! The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty
दोनों
and
दोनों
trust.
अपने रास्ते में आ
If
गए.
that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Say no more. Let us depart.
लॉल दोनों offended हो
I
गए.
jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait!
ए बंदा क्या हालत हुआ.
I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. The same can be said for this one here. Few could
बंदा
hope to
कितना
possess an item
concerned
that
दिख
so
रहा है भाई
perfectly
बंदा.
blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion. Then, in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
I fear people only use the
कितना
term
बड़ा
bank
पैसा है मतलब इतना
nowadays.
अमाउंट उसके पास होगा
In
भी
that
कैसे.
case, I'll be off for now. I'll
Xiangli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great! How about you? Paimon
हाँ हम
didn't know
लोग
you were
बहुत
such a
अच्छा
busy
कर रहे हैं.
consultant.
हम लोगों ने जस्ट फाउंटेन को बचाया अभी.
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Xianyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
I must say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, that is true, but
मोराक्स भी
alas,
तो डाउन
refer
टू
to
अर्थ
me
हो गया अब
however
इस
you
पॉइंट.
will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Oh? What occasion was this?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you
Several
must have been too
centuries ago.
preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple-layered consommé. We shall enjoy the
अरे
lot.
बाप रे.
One has already passed word to Xianyun Ganyu to make a reservation. It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Shu Yu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli. He is,
ये बोल पाएगी क्या कि ये मतलब मोरा एक्स है, क्योंकि टेक्निकली ये सबको तो पता है कि भाई जोंगली मर चुका है.
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
हाँ, इसका
Pleased to make
कभी
your
रिवील नहीं होने वाला.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting.
वो
and
एक
stuff.
5-star डिश है.
that sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon!
यार तू तो उड़ सकता है यार पायमोन. उड़ के आओ.
Hey, wait up!
ओके, स्टोरी क्वेस्ट खत्म हो गया. बहुत ही बड़ा स्टोरी क्वेस्ट था और बहुत ही अच्छा स्टोरी क्वेस्ट था. बहुत चीज़ें लास्ट की तरफ थी जो कि मैंने बिल्कुल एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था. एंड या गाइस, थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग. अगर आप लोगों को बाकी के पार्ट्स देखने हैं तो मेरे चैनल पर जाओ, जाके देख सकते हो. अब और भी बहुत सारे वीडियोस हैं मेरे चैनल पे, उनको भी ज़रा चेकआउट करना. और अगर वीडियो आप लोगों को अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज़ लाइक कर दो, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो. और मैं आप लोगों से मिलूँगा जल्दी ही नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. तो टिल देन, बाय बाय.